Batman Arkham Knight has proven to be the pinnacle of all Batman games combined. While there is debate if it is in fact the best Batman game, there can be no doubt that it is the most versatile of the series to date. Batman Arkham Knight is of course not exactly perfect. Part of the inclusion of the Batmobile has caused some of the other areas that made Asylum and City so great to be pushed aside. Not made worse, mind you, it is simply less prevalent. But it is not here that Arkham Knight's game design fails. In fact, every Batman game fails in the same regard, and Arkham Knight does no different. But Arkham Knight does so on a whole other level, due to it being the end of the series. That's right, I'm talking about those cock-blocking Riddler challenges. Those goddamn son of a fucking bitch Riddler challenges. Riddler challenges pose a stark contrast to the rest of Arkham Knight, and have remained a thorn in the side for anyone hoping to truly complete a Batman game before. They are literally everywhere. And while Batman has something in the 200 range of Riddler challenges, which is less than previous games, mind you, it's still about 170 too many, as their reason for existing is literally to only extend the game and piss off the player. Riddler challenges boil down to 3 different types, none of which are interesting at all. They are either solve a puzzle, which usually involves about 5 to 10 seconds of thinking, get to some place in a time limit, which really, those have never ever been exciting. Unless, mind you, you are a huge fan of racing games. I suppose if you're a fan of racing games, then you must love the time limit thing, because basically that is every racing game. And of course the final thing is solve riddles, which involves you staring at objects in the world and clicking a button until you spot the right one. They are so uninvolved that they become a chore the instant you have to go out of your way to solve one, because the tasks are utterly boring and scattered everywhere. And I mean fucking everywhere. Their design being bad would be one thing if they were completely optional. And technically, mind you, they are. But on the same note, because this is the end of the Arkham series, perhaps not the end of future Batman games, but definitely the end of this Batman series, and Bruce needs to clean up the streets before his job is completely done, that means all them Riddler challenges need to be completed too. But oh no! Completing the Riddler side missions leaves you with only one thing: rage and disappointment. Upon completing all the side missions for the Riddler and rescuing Catwoman, you come to find out after fighting him for literally 2 minutes that you can't really fight him, because you need to complete all of his fucking challenges. And to see the true ending, you need to do those challenges. It's such a slap in the face to everyone who enjoyed the series and wished to tie it all together in a nice little bow. Leave the challenge missions and all the extra content for the people who want the most bang for their buck. But keep the fucking Riddler challenges out of it for those who want to complete the story. These challenges only serve to run up the clock and have the same amount of depth as a kid's playground filled with sand. When I found out I had to complete the Riddler challenges to complete the game, I literally stopped all side missions. I know damn well I was not going to do those Riddler challenges, and I know most are not going to either. It's one thing to have an ignorable aspect to the game that people may or may not enjoy, but you won't miss out on anything if you opt not to do it. But it's a whole other to realize you'll never truly complete the game because you need to complete this part, and that is just such complete ass. What you are left with is an anticlimactic poor ending, if you opt to not do any of the Riddler challenges or all the side missions for that matter, which really just punishes the player for not wanting to play a part of the game that isn't nearly as enjoyable or fleshed out like the rest. It's clear the reason these even exist in the Arkham games is to give a detective aspect to Batman and to remind you that Batman is supposed to be one of the greatest detectives ever. The problem is you are just left with the slog that you have to work your way through. Or you could just do what I did, and at the end you'll just skip all that shit and go straight to YouTube. That's it for the first installment of Bad Game Designs. This is essentially a pilot, so if this does decent, then things will improve and change on these videos. You can head over to pauseyourgame.com to listen to our weekly podcast where we talk about this week's issues and trends in video games, as well as check out some of our articles and our extra bit episodes and some other content that we provide. Just to let everybody else know, we are having a weekly giveaway as we edge closer to our 100th episode. So each week, all the way up till we hit 100, we'll be giving away a game or something. So head over and you can enter and enjoy.